wee hours of the morning, the afternoon, or at night. But I want you to reflect on some things. Some people really want to start a podcast and they're nervous about it. They're nervous, hearing their voice being played back after a recording, nervous on how they're going to come across. Are people going to really listen? Well, guess what? If you never start, no one's going to ever listen, right? So you can't really worry so much about outcomes. I think a lot of times we're so into the outcomes that we don't enjoy the journey. And enjoy the ups and downs. Enjoy the moments where you're not on top. Enjoy all of that because it leads to the desired outcome you want for your life. You have to enjoy the journey, the good, the bad, the all of it, because it all amounts to the greatest good that you may desire for your life. So enjoy it, even when you fail. Even when you look stupid, even when you fumble over your words. Sometimes I fumble over my words so far in doing these podcasts. Sometimes I edit it out, and sometimes I'm like, look, whatever. I'm not perfect. I leave it right in there. I just got a new computer. My main computer that I started my podcast on, I've had that computer for years. And I was basically podcasting anyway, but mainly on the college side for my students. So I'm used to hearing my voice, through record. So I'm way past the phase of fearing how I sound to people who listen. But I was a little, concerned when I had to change computers because I'm not used to this new computer. It's just like my other one. It's still made by Apple. It's the same type of computer, but all the stuff is the newest, latest, and greatest. So I'm used to the old stuff from Apple, the old GarageBand, and just all kind of old stuff that I was using. So now everything is new. So I have no idea how this sound quality is going to come across when you guys hear it. But am I worried about outcomes? No, I'm enjoying the journey because guess what? I'm not going to always have the comfort of what I'm used to in life. You are not going to always have the comfort of what you're used to in life. Sometimes things will come in to disrupt the flow. And guess what? As the flow is disrupted, that's where we learn the most. Did I want to try to learn GarageBand in a new way all over again? No. Did I want to get better acquainted and build a bond with a new computer all over again? No. But life brings you disruptions. And within those disruptions sometimes, the very breakthrough, the very lesson even that we need to learn will present itself. And so those life disruptions, think about your fear as just being a disruption. Think about the thing that scares you as just being a mere disruption. And it's going to only last temporarily. One of the things I noticed when I got into public speaking, I love speaking anyway. So yes, I naturally have my, stage fright, jitters beforehand. But what's so amazing, you overly emphasize your mind on, oh my God, am I going to forget my words? And am I going to look crazy? Am I going to say or too much and all of this stuff that you worry about? And the funny thing that I noticed about, for me anyway, as soon as I got out there on stage or wherever I was speaking, the fear that I worried about and thought about for days, the nervous bugs and just thinking I'm going to mess up, it all went away the moment I opened my mouth. Honestly, it's like you have an out-of-body experience. Your fear dissipates. It just goes away the very moment you open your mouth. The very moment you travel the path with purpose that you were afraid to travel. It's something about taking that step forward. It kills the fear. Again, Christopher B. Pearman said it best. When you greet the fear, you defeat the fear. So again, going back to William James, in your own life, think about something, write it down. Sometimes we journal, sometimes we don't. A lot of us, maybe we take mental notes very good. Whatever works best for you, everyone is different. But you think about something that you always have wanted to do, but you were worried about outcomes. Whether it was the outcome and the fear of success, whether it was the fear of failure, whether it was the fear of it just being pointless and no reason to try. Whatever your issue is or whatever your situation is, Rethink what it is you want. Find a way each day to go after it. So just take one step forward. Don't worry about outcomes. Encourage yourself to enjoy the journey, regardless of how anything turns out. Enjoy the experience and know that regardless of how I felt, regardless of what I feared, regardless of anticipating those life disruptions that interrupt your flow, regardless of any of that stuff, know that you still took a step forward. Celebrate in that. And the very thing that you desire and the very thing that is meant for your greatest good will arrive into your life because you made the choice to silence fear by moving towards the goal you put in place for your life. Guys, thank you so much for listening. I'll be back next time to do this all over again.
Get a world-class motivational speaker to your next event. Kristen Hester offers professional speaking services in Atlanta, Georgia, and beyond. To hire Kristen, visit www.kristenspeaks.com. Kristen.
You've been listening to the Squat Wisely podcast. Professor Kristen Hester is a philosophy professor, fitness professional, and motivational speaker. For well over a decade, she's led philosophy courses within the university system of Georgia. Kristen leads group fitness classes in Atlanta, as well as leading one-on-one personal training sessions. She strengthens the body as well as the mind. We'll see you next time on the Squat Wisely podcast with Professor Kristen Hester.